ईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ Sai Ram, everyone. We've managed to start with the servers back at Puttaparthi. We have Sai Anna today. I'm going to leave it to his batchmates to do the introduction. So over to either of you, Hari Anna or Hirok, unmute yourselves and please go ahead with the honors of introducing Sai Anna. Brother Hirok, you're unmuted. You're unmuted. You're muted. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I have unmuted. I mean, I've been given the responsibility as well as the big task of introducing Sai Surendranath, who has had tremendous influence on generations of students who have gone through the portals of Sri Sathya Sai Higher Secondary School in Puttaparthi. Over and above that, Sai has been a towering presence in the music group. He's my brother, so I don't want to make it too much of this thing in terms of but primarily I want to tell that one of the things which distinguishes Sai is his enthusiasm. You know, Sai has been part of the music group since its inception, and he is the person who has been put in charge of the percussion section. He is also a very, very close to Swami, and there were many occasions when Swami has asked him to do so many things which means maybe he will touch upon during the course of his interaction with us. But over and of Swami is what distinguishes Sai. Sai has been there and continued to be mentoring and guiding various batches of students who have the lessons that he learned from Swami and the lessons that he learned by staying in Puttaparthi. I actually salute him for the sacrifice that he did in continuing to stay in Puttaparthi and the tremendous commitment that he has exhibited by being part of Swami's mission so many years. Thank you, Sai. Over to Hari.
Sai Ram, to all of you, and Hira, your introduction is fantastic. And also remind yourself that next Friday, coming Friday, you are there with us. So I'm just reminding you before I introduce Sai. Well, Sai, Hira, they're all my, ideals for me. And Sai, from Vrindavan, he came to Puttaparthi. though we are batchmates, but Swami's experience-wise is much senior. It was my good fortune that I could be with Sai. He is one of the persons who encouraged me in composing, in singing, in playing. Swami, of course, did that, but Sai always did that for me. And we have been such a close brothers that words fail to introduce him. As Hira told, one of the most committed personalities we can ever come across. And in Tabla, I feel personally, for bhajans, the right type of beats, if at all, for my heart, I have to say, it is Sai's Tabla beats, which always gets us to sing the bhajan with more emotion. Because Tabla is accompaniment. It is not their talent. So in that way, Sai always accompanied and lifted our spirit so high. So, and another thing I want to, before I finish my introduction, Sai was one of the excellent singers. Nobody knew. I have heard him. In fact, Madhava Mohan Alap bhajan I composed. Alap was composed by Sai Surendranath. Tumuha Vikna Vinasha. We together composed actually. And he is such a wonderful singer too. But he opted for Tabla. I'm grateful so that I could get opportunity. If you would have sung, I wouldn't have got the opportunity. So thank you, Sai, for that. But all said and done, anyhow, I am blessed to be with Sai, and it's nice that we have Hira today with us. Hira, it's so nice of you to introduce Sai. And now, handing over Sai, if there is remaining time, you can start your talk now. Sai Ram, handing over to you.
Anna, you have to unmute yourself. 1 minute. I'm trying to unmute you. Just give me a second. Yeah. Anna, speak, Anna.
Hello, Sai Ram.
Yeah.
Audible?
Yes, yes, Anna. Yes, yes, you're audible. Yeah.
Yeah. I have to do this one. Which one? Sai Ram. Om Shri Sai Ram. I offer my humble pranams at the lotus feet of our most loving Lord. Respected elders, dear brothers and sisters, and loving children of Sai family, and my dear Hirok and Hari, our special guest this evening. Sai Ram to all of you, and my loving greetings to all of you. It is nice to talk to Singapore group. We remember the good time that we all had together in Singapore. Good evening, Singapore la.
Good evening. Good evening.
Hope everyone is safe, coping up with COVID-19 calamity, and praying Swami to bless you and all your family members to keep you safe, healthy, always. Today, I decided to take up this topic, let go and let God. I deliberately took this because I know my batchmates are with me today. So I thought I will share and go along with my batchmates to good old days, 1977, 78, 79, 80 onwards. It's nice to be feeling young at heart and even in our mood to get back to good old days, reliving those beautiful moments. Most of the time, people may think, let go. So, what is the meaning of let go? Let go will mean many things to many people in many ways, depending upon their whims and fancies, their attitude, their way of logical thinking, and for them it may be right. But today I would like to share, everybody is following this dictum, let go and let God. Everyone, irrespective of caste, creed, color, religion, nationality, race, whatever that you can think of, it is because of COVID-19. What are we doing? We are sitting between four walls and letting everything go. And we are not able to do anything. And praying God to take care of everything else. This is typically, by default, everyone in every country, in every home, this has been happening. Letting go, many things we are leaving it. We are leaving our shopping, we are leaving our going here and there, our eat outs, everything we are leaving it off. And also praying God to settle down and come out of this crisis moment. So let go and let God. But today, I would like to see how let go, let God, along with my batchmates, beautiful experiences with my batchmates. So when you say let go, Swami always says, let that one thing go and he will give you many things in manifold. What is that one thing Swami wants us to let go, which he can confer on us many things in manifold? And that is Swami's simple way of putting is, every human being should strive to destroy the ego. Unless the ego is eradicated, divinity cannot be realized. This is what Swami has been all the time telling. But it sounds very, very simple. But it is a Herculean task to achieve this. It needs great effort from each one of us to really let go this ego. Why? Why that happens? We all have seen Swami from different facets of Swami. We as students, Sonam, Hirok, Hari, Kote, myself, we have been part of this bhajan group, closely interacting with Swami, observing every movement of Swami, every facets of Swami, and every time we always learn something new. And Swami's Nitya Nutana is ever new. Every time, anything that he speaks, anything that he acts, anything that he performs, anything that he gives command, it is unique and only he can do it. And we need to absorb, understand, perceive, and emulate in our life. Among various such facets, we all felt Sai means many things, but Sai also for us meant two sides of the same coin. Sai means Sai after I. Yes, A-I. Sai after I. Which means for the students and some of the devotees, I'm sure you will understand, Sai after I. Sai is always after this I. Chasing this I. Why? To vanquish this I. To nullify this I. To smash this I. Why? Then we become real Sai. So Sai is always after our I. Why is he doing that? Because the other side of the coin of Sai is, then only we'll be after our I is gone, Sai after I. You can get Sai after vanquishing or removing my I, my ego. You will definitely get hold of Sai. I would like to narrate beautiful instances based on this. And I'm sure Hari, Hirok, and many of the devotees will be agreeing with me. We used to sit in the bhajan hall, and suddenly a guest will come, VIP or guest or somebody high-profile personality will come. There'll be a big hangama, big expectations, and we call him as VIP. There also you see I is sandwiched between V and P. That I is very important there also. So all of us opening our mouth and eyes, watching this VIP, walking like a great man with great honor and welcoming, and he will coming and sitting next to us. We are inside the bhajan hall, and there is a veranda opposite to the interview room door. He will be made to sit in a separate, very important place. All of us eagerly waiting. VIP has come. Let us see what Swami will do. And Swami will deliberately come 5 minutes late. And next, what Swami will do, he'll open the door, and he's like a mischievous Krishna. He will just shake hand like this, or write something in the air, or looking up into the ceiling, bypassing this VIP and going towards the devotee side. So all will be watching. What is this? This VIP is sitting here, and then Swami is not even looking at him, and he's just going off like that. And he will take a long time covering all the ladies' side and gents' side darshan, and then come and stand in front of the primary school children and keep chatting with them, joking with them. Meanwhile, the VIPs, assistants, the personal securities, all that they will be telling the our members, sir, our VIP has got only 15 minutes time, sir. He has got another commitment immediately. He needs to go, sir, like that. So, do you think any of the trust member or any one of us can go and tell Swami, Swami is waiting for you, please, yeah, he's got urgent work, please send him off. Is it possible? Nothing. You just have to keep quiet. Your capital I becomes a small I then, first stage. Then what happens? The more desperate you are for Swami, and Swami will spend much of his time with the children, cracking joke and asking as simple as, what did you have for breakfast? Is that an important issue? But Swami will, for him, it is very important. And after finishing everything, Swami will slowly come and then look at this man. When did you come? Very happy, very happy. This is the word Swami will utter. The moment that smiling face, that serene atmosphere Swami creates, that congenial, that kind of love that is there everywhere, this man forgets everything. He forgets his commitment. His eye becomes even smaller. And then Swami will come, and he will take him to the interview room. And there he will spend maybe more than 15 minutes. He had only 15 minutes, and Swami already spent more than an hour. And then finally, Swami will ice cherry on the cake, Swami will say, oh, you have some meeting, you have spent so much time. So immediately that gentleman will say, no, Swami, it is privilege to be with you for a long time. Even though I don't want to go, I want to be here only, I want to spend some time. And then Swami will come outside. The person who said that the gentleman has to go, everybody will be frantically coming closer to Swami to snatch one namaskar, to have a word, to get one vibhuti packet. And that time everybody forgets about the next commitment. This is Sai. This Sai, what he did, that what is there in us, he made it small and he vanquished it. He crushed it. And then finally that person really forgets who he is and he becomes one with Sai. This is the beautiful game which Sai always does. Sai is always after our eye to vanquish and to subdue this. Now, let us take up students' perspective. We are all students. Since Hari is there and Hirok is there, I will like to share a beautiful incident here. Always, the bhajan group will be in trouble. We all know that. And why it is trouble? You forget the cause for the trouble, but we are in trouble. Often we are in the trouble. Whenever we are in trouble, and we have to sort it out. Sometimes the trouble and Swami gets upset for a small thing and it gets sorted out in a day or two, or sometimes even in an hour or so. But sometimes it extends. Do you know how long it will extend? It can extend for 3 days, 4 days, or even weeks. And this is the time Swami will never come. He will sit inside the interview room door. And I know Hirok and Hari, we will be doing bhajans. And Swami will not come for bhajan. He will not participate in bhajan. He will be sitting alone inside the interview room. And that is the time the devotion will be overflowing with inner feeling. Daya karo, kripa karo, shama karo, o karo, e karo. All something and all will be doing. Why? Because we have to please him. And what is happening every time when Swami is alone in the room and ignoring us? He becomes smaller and smaller, and we don't know what to do. And then finally, you remember Hari and Hiro, our Professor Nanjundaya will come, or a registrar will come. They will come and say, why don't you go and catch Swami's feet and pray and sort this out? I said, how to do this? And then he'll say, Garawing. So that is the time we all sit in the portico and waiting for darshan, and everybody will be there. VIPs will be there, guests will be there, and you have your devotees sitting there, ladies there, small children, everybody will be sitting there. And we bhajan group will be sitting, some of them near the bhajan hall door. And the moment Swami comes, we like a mad dog rush and surround him the way I'm showing the picture. We surround him like that and plead him, pray. And some of us will cry, some of us will hold his hand, some of us will hold his leg, and we will not allow him to move. And Swami said, hey, leave, Vadalandi, he will say. We said, no, Swami, please, Swami, please, Swami. Then Swami asked, why are you crowding like that? Swami, please forgive us. What mistake you did? Why I should forgive you? You have not done any mistake. No, Swami, please, Swami. So this will go on and it will go to a culmination. And then finally, many people will cry and hold. And then Swami will finally say, okay, forgiven. Forget. Past is past. And henceforth, you don't do this. Student. In our student life, every student cannot be straight. There will be a dent. Student. There is a dent in our life. There is a dent in our devotion. There is a dent in our love. There is a dent in our prayer. And this dent is removed through this kind of act. That only students and Swami will understand. None other will understand this kind of feeling between God and devotee. That is a unique love of this Sai. And this Sai, what he did, he is plucking our ego. The other side of the coin, I'm telling you. One side is, okay, everything is sorted out. The other side is, if you see what happens to each and every student in front of ladies, in front of VIPs, in front of guests, in front of everyone, even including primary school children, we are all lying down, holding and crying. And when you do that, what is he plucking out of you? He plucks out the I, which is the ego in us. So this is how Swami has been training often, quite often. That is why that bhajan group, whichever we have fantastic understanding. See, like Hirok and Kote and Sonam and Hari, the understanding that we have, it is because that is the way Swami has trained us, because none of us have this kind of I. That I is smashed in us. How? If you see this group, I am giving this example for you to appreciate and understand with what meaning I am saying. You all know us, you only invited and we had been there to Singapore. Okay? And you see, if I tell one by one, you can visualize 2 years back or 3 years back when we came, what is the scenario? We have our Hariharan standing there with a beautiful smile, bewitching smile. And suppose I want to prick, or anybody wants to prick the I in Hari, and you try to do that, immediately, do you know what Hari will do? Hari will open his eyes wider and his mouth open with flashing smile. And then he will raise his hand and he will bow down. He will never react. Can you find in Hari, anytime, any professional or unprofessional singing, he always says they are good. Why? Because he doesn't have I. Because this I has been plucked by Bhagavan in 1979 and 1978 itself. That is why that I is not there. Suppose you take, for example, Kote. You want to prick the ego of Kote, his I. You tell something to Kote and look at his face. The Kote will give a beautiful Colgate Veda Shakti close-up smile. shining teeth. He will only smile and he will never react to any situation. Just by smiling, he will smash your ego. You take our fantastic personality, Mr. Hirak, Ajan Bavadu. You take Hirak. You try to poke his ego. He will not smile. Do you know Hirak will smile through his eyes? His eyes is beautifully conveys the meaning as what is supposed to go to the other personality, it will go. He smiles through his eyes. That is the greatness of Hirak. But he will never utter anything. You take, for example, Sonam. And Sunam is called Sunam. And you try to poke his ego or touch him somewhere on wrong side. Sunam will become Soham. And then finally he look into the ceiling, ignoring you standing in front, but smiling inside. Or he will look at the harmonium in front of him and start playing on the reeds. And instantaneous compositions will emerge out of this eye. Tell me, I can freely talk about my group. Do you know why? Because they will never misunderstand me. And they will know what I am telling is the truth. And this is how we have been living. We lived and we will be living also in future. And this is what Swami has trained us. He removed the dents in our life. And that is how we are together even today, wherever we are. That kind of affinity, that kind of understanding, that kind of unison in thought, word, and deed, you will never find. Nowadays, generation is totally different, but these are all the chosen ones which Swami has blessed us specially. But why this I? This I is being smashed in us, but everybody feel, sir, can you live without I? Swami also says, no, no one can live without I. But I is needed. Do you know why Swami says I is needed? Your I is needed to identify yourself. That's all. Your I is needed to identify yourself. So who are you? I am so and so. What are you doing? I am doing this, that much only. But generally today, we capitalize on this capital I and we bulldoze others. I am a politics. I am a businessman. I am rich. I can do this. I can do that. So this I, instead of exhibiting and showing your humility to others, to address yourself to others, you are overtaking and subduing the rest of the world and trying to dominate them. This domination is called ego. That ego should be removed. That is why identity. Your I will have a dent and your entity will be lost. If your identity is lost, nobody will care for you, nobody will respect you. But Swami, what he did with us, with me, with Hirak, with Kote, with Sonam, Swami, what he did with us, he converted this single alphabet I into 3 English alphabet I. What are they? This I became this I. What is this I? E-Y-E. Experience yourself in everyone. This is what Swami is doing his miracle in all our lives. Swami wants to smash this single alphabet I and opening our real I, which is E-Y-E, so that you can experience yourself in everyone. The moment you see yourself in everyone, there is no difference. There is no dominations. There is no difference of opinion either. We feel ourselves and yourself becomes oneself. This is the beauty. This is what Swami has been teaching all his students, and we have been fortunate to live with this at his divine lotus feet for so many years and converting our I into this I. Now, let me share some of my experience based on this. We used to have a lot of interactions with Bhagwan, and one day, a beautiful lesson from a saint which Swami has mentioned this, and maybe some of you might be knowing this also. You know, Thiruvalluvar, 2000 years back, is a very famous poet and a saint. There is no history. Nobody knows his real place of birth. Only thing they know is because it is written in Tamil, so he's from Tamil Nadu, only that much. Otherwise, nobody knows his real name, his date of birth, the place of birth. Nothing is identified. That is why his name is Thiruvalluvar. Thiru means Mr. Valluvar is a poet, so he became Thiruvalluvar. His original name nobody knows. And what he gave is Thirukural. Kural is his voice. Thiru, Mr. gave that voice. So that is why he is considered as a poet, because he gave couplets, 1,332 couplets he gave. And at the same time, why do you call him as a saint? Because every couplet what he gave, the 2 lines, is pregnant with meaning. And he tells about this world and the next world, and about God and self. Because only saints can do that kind of analysis. Now, what is the lesson? That day when Swami was talking about his life, Swami said Thiruvalluvar was from a weaver's family, and they used to make beautiful saris and pattu dhotis and all that. And the same place where Thiruvalluvar was staying, there was a rich man's son. He was also there, and that man, that youth is very, very arrogant, aggressive, and dominates all around the place wherever he goes. So he heard about this person, Thiruvalluvar. So one day he happened to batch into this person. And he says, how much is this sari? And the Valluvar says, this is 4 rupees. Then immediately in front of him, he cut the sari into 2 and asked him, what is the price of this sari? He says, 2 rupees. Then immediately that boy felt he's not getting angry. Again, he cut into 2 more pieces and he asked, how much is this? And he said 1 rupee, because he made 4 pieces and he said 1 rupee. So from 4 to 2 to 1 it became. Now, this gentleman, this youth, was wonderstruck. He said, instead of getting irritated, getting angry, because I punctured his ego, and on the contrary, he's giving the reduced price and telling it is 1 rupee, each piece is 1 rupee. He felt very bad, and he noticed that eyes from that gentleman, very soft and kind, entering into his eyes, which brought him a tremendous change in his heart. And he fell down and he said, oh great one, I am sorry. In my arrogance, utter egoistic attitude towards this is very bad. I am very sorry. Please forgive me. He said, no problem at all. And then immediately from his pocket, he gave 4 rupees for that. Now, what is the lesson that we learn? Instead of this single eye, it is through your eye. If you can experience yourself in the other man, there will be a change. It is easier than said and done. But this is what Swami has been trying in all of us. Swami wants the same attitude with all of us. So here, if you see one beautiful instant based on this, Ganesha Chaturthi, I know Hari and Hirak, you will agree with me. Ganesh Chaturthi, Dasara functions, and Shivaratri, these are the 3 major functions at Prashanti Nilayam. We students who are very close to Swami are very sensitive during this time. You know, Swami suddenly gets angry. During Shivaratri, he'll be like Shiva, Shiva Tandava Mandri, Shiva. And during Dasara, he's like Bhadrakali, he's Kali Mata. And Ganesha Chaturthi, something will go wrong and we will be in trouble. The trouble, from where it will come, how it will come, which way it will come, through whom it will come, nobody knows, but the trouble will come to give that trouble. But every trouble that troubled us during that time was a great eye-opener for all of us, with Bhagavan next to us. So, what is this Ganesha Chaturthi? And Swami used to send beautiful Ganesha idols to all the campus. One he will give it to Mandir, primary school, Isharam High School, we have music college, we have general hospital, super special hospital. Everybody Swami will give one. And then we used to do prayers in the hostel every day, morning and evening. After 3 days or 5 days or 7 days, whenever Swami says, that is the time the procession will take place, called immersion ceremony. So we used to make beautiful palanquins, a chariot, or whatever, according to boys' their own ideas and their devotion. They will do something very nice, very interesting, just to please Bhagavan. They make all these things, and then the big procession will start. And then when he comes to mandir, there will be a program, and Swami will participate in the beautiful program. And at the end of the day, Swami will go to each and every group that made the altar, that made the chariot, and take a group photograph with all of them, and give them immense joy. That is the love which only Sai can give. Only Sai can give, and keep on giving. And we keep on absorbing that. That is the beautiful days we used to have. But one such Ganesha Chaturthi, the lesson of let go happened. What happened? Just before the Ganesha Chaturthi, something went wrong with somebody. You know, in a glass of water, if you put one drop of poison, the entire glass is gone. In a glass of water, you put a drop of honey, the entire water becomes sweeter. So this is where even if one boy or one devotee or one personality makes good or bad, Swami will equalize, Swami will generalize. Swami will not fish him out and then give him treatment. Swami will generalize the treatment, so everybody will be in trouble. This is the experience with all of us all the time. Hari also knows about that. So when somebody does mistake, all will be facing the brunt of it. So one such time, Swami sent word that boys need not come to mandir for my darshan or for bhajans. Let them stay back in the hostel. I am not happy with them. They are totally indisciplined. I don't want to look at their face. And this is the message through then registrar and controller and even vice chancellor coming to the hostel and telling. And we were not allowed to move out of the hostel. We can go to the college and back to hostel, but never towards the mandir side. So we thought maybe 1 or 2 days Swami will reconcile, but nothing happened. This prolonged. Then finally we thought maybe during the immersion ceremony day, anyway we have to make the chariot and go around the mandir, and we take a good round around the mandir inside that. Now we have the Kulman hall, so we go around that, and that is the time we can sort out this issue. But Swami sent word, tell the boys tomorrow they can do the immersion ceremony, and they can directly from their hostel building, they can go to the place where they want to do that, and they need not come to mandir. And this is the time, Hari, you must be knowing that we have a postal department making fantastic money during such occasions. Because we can't go to mandir, we cannot tell anything to convey to Swami. That is the minimum 100 to 150 telegrams will go, and a register letter, not ordinary letter, register letters will go, so that Swami will read. If you put ordinary letter, the ordinary letter will get entangled or mixed with the devotees' gunny bags of letters. So in order to get the identity, we go into the registered format. And Swami will not read. Swami knows the content. But do you know what this mischievous Baba will do? He will read the names, who wrote and who didn't write. And the person whom Swami is targeting, whether his name is there or not, Swami will see. We are all nimitta matram. But the most important guy name is there or not, he will see. So till such time, Swami will go on. So this is a fantastic income to our postal department. And at the same time, we'll be praying from our end. So that time what happened, the previous day, Swami said, I remember Professor Nanjundaya, he came to the hostel and gave a big sermon, and he told what we should do, what we should not do, what Swami is expecting, blah, 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 for so long. And then finally he called a few of us and he said, tomorrow immersion ceremony, Swami wanted you to carry on from here and directly not to enter. So we told, sir, anyway, you're going now. And definitely Swami is inquisitive nature. We all know. Kirok will agree with me here, and Hari will agree with me. Swami is very inquisitive nature, wants to know what's happening on the other side. Though he is divine, he is very, very down to earth. I'm telling you, Swami is down to earth. Sometimes he will act such a way that even the knowledge which we have, he will act as if even that he doesn't have. To that extent, he will go down. Only that's Maya. That is what the blame game that he will always do that. And we requested Professor Nanjundaya, sir, anyway you're going, so kindly go and tell Bhagavan that boys are crying, they are feeling very bad, we don't know what went wrong, maybe somebody would have spoken or somebody has done something wrong. We understand that, we will ensure such things will not happen in future. Please tell Swami to pardon us and give one more chance. And if he is not going to agree, sir, at least you have a request from our end. Say that, yes, we will only take one pradakshana. We will not stay for darshan or bhajan. We will only take one pradakshana with our procession and go back and come back to hostel. That at least take permission, sir. He said, I will try, Baba. He said, he went and Swami agreed. They also, they must have goaded Swami, please, Swami, pillalu adugutunnaru. Edo vachi potaranta, konchu permission iyandi Swami. Something like that would have happened. Luckily, Swami yielded and Swami agreed for our procession to enter this mandir gate. We felt very happy. And then Professor Nanjundaya called me, Sai, nu em chestavo telidu. This is a golden opportunity. Swami has given permission for you guys to enter mandir. See to it, something you do and smash this and solve this issue, man. I don't know what you're going to do. Think something and do, he said. I said, okay, sir. At least we got the permission to enter mandir. We will see what we can. And suddenly I got the idea. What was the idea? Just about the procession is going to start in the quadrangle. All the boys were ready. So I stood up on the parapet wall. I don't know whether Hari remembers or not. Then I stood up on the parapet wall and I called all the boys. I said, see, man, finally we broke the ice and Swami has given permission to enter mandir. So what we can do is simply going and coming. We should not lose this chance. So I suggested everybody, the moment we enter, we will walk slowly. See to it the entire 300 or 400 boys will take pradakshina and come in front of the mandir. So when you are crossing, snail speed will go slowly, inch by inch, inch by inch. And I am very sure Swami is like a child. He is childlike. He is innocent, Swami. And this innocent Swami, childlike Swami, would like to peep through one window or through somewhere to see what altar that we have done. He will definitely do it. He is mischievous Swami, he will do it. We will capitalize on that. And if I notice, I will stand in one place. If you can see that there are two brass lions are there in the Kulwant hall. You can see two brass lions. Next to the lion, I will be standing. And when I hold like this, that means pin drop silence. Vedams should stop. Suram should stop. All the noise, including bhajan, everything should stop. Pin drop silence. Except the boys who are carrying Ganesha. Rest all of us will kneel down, raise our hand, and then shout, Swami, 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 please Swami, forgive Swami, please Swami. Keep shouting as loud as possible. Then maybe we can try that, man. That is the last chance. And everybody agreed. And then finally the procession entered. And then I was trying to regulate and see to it. And at the same time, I placed 2-3 boys to see whether you can see Swami anywhere. Swami did not come out. Swami is in the first floor. He's still inside the room only. So we told everybody, sing louder, bash more, so that at least by hearing the noise, Swami should be tempted to come outside. Everything we did. And then finally, the entire group almost came in front. And that is the time, suddenly I noticed, Swami can hide, but Swami's hair cannot hide. See, that is the beauty of God. See, God always gives you a ray of hope where you have to hold on to that with your love, with your conviction, and capitalize on that, bank on that, and establish yourself. And there we saw, on top you will find small gopuram like things in the parapet wall on sides. So Swami was seeing in the gap. But when Swami was seeing in the gap, Swami halo of hair is above that gopuram, that small carvings. So we knew that Swami is standing there. So immediately I signal the next second, pin drop silence. Vedam stopped, bhajan stopped, Nadaswaram stopped, and the Jingna, everything stopped. And everybody was kneeling down, raising their hands and saying, Swami, Swami, please, Swami, forgive me, Swami, Swami, Swami. Imagine 400 guys shouting. Even for me, it was thrilling because I was standing and watching the entire scenario, and Swami is above my head because that is a place where Swami is standing. And then Swami himself could not withstand that kind of sight. So immediately he peeped out and said, Yemra, yem cheptunnaru pillalu. What boys are telling? I said, Swami, they are praying, please forgive Swami. Yem kavalanta, what they want? Swami, they want to come for darshan once again, Swami. And then Swami looked at boys, and then Swami was not saying yes or no. Immediately from behind, I did, carry on, carry on. Again, we all started, Swami, Swami, Swami. To utter surprise, my dear brothers and sisters of Sai family, including devotees, ladies and gents also joined in unison with boys. Everybody, they also started shouting, please Swami, please Swami. Swami brought entire Kulwant Hall under one thing. What is that? All your ego is smashed. Everybody is kneeling down. A primary school guy, a school guy, a UG, a PG, a research scholar, including professors, they forgot about themselves. They don't have that I. Only thing is they are focusing on this universal I, that is God. And they are pleading and praying and crying for his blessings and his love. Swami heart is like butter. When so many hearts are burning, will this soft butter will not melt? Yes, it melts, and it yielded. And then immediately Swami looked at me and said, procession ayin tarvata bhajaniki ramman cheppu. After procession, tell them to come for bhajan. Immediately I said, Swami gave permission. Jai Bolo Bhagwan Sathya Babaji ki Jai, Jai, Jai. And after that, what happened to the procession? Instead of going slowly, they were jogging. Ganesha was jogging. The entire procession was jogging. Why? Because they want to leave the sun there in the water and come back to the Father, Sai Shiva. And Swami immediately came down. I stayed back, boys went. Swami came down. I said, thank you, Swami. Swami said, Buddhi ledu, Buddhi ledu. And then immediately Swami called Sirinji Rao. See, this is the beauty, this is the love. That is why Swami says, my love is 1,000 mothers' love. You people can't even understand your mother's love. How will you understand and gauge and appreciate my love? Swami called Sirinji Rao. Now, my boys are coming. I want to give something. What do you have? Sirinji Rao was looking up and down. He didn't know what to do. Canteen lo yemi leda? Swami asked. In canteen, there is nothing. Immediately, Swami, laddu undi Swami. Tiskura. Enni laddu unte anni tiskura. So immediately he took Sevadal, ran to canteen and picked up Bhavani after Bhavani laddus and came. And by the time when boys came, and Swami himself was throwing laddu to all the boys. 1 week he made us cry. And then he is suffocating with his immense sweet love. Why? What is the lesson? Let go. In front of God, you let go everything. Unless you let go everything and totally depend upon Him, let God will take over. When God takes over, there is no limit. There is no full stop for His love. It is only giving and giving and giving. This is a beautiful experience which always I remember, that surrender to Him and He will take care of everything. I would like to share one more experience. I hope time is there. Yeah. One more experience. We all know this Kashi Vishwanath, Kashi, where everybody once in a lifetime, we all supposed to go there to wash away our sins and to purify ourselves. These are all things which is been informed and told us, and we have been very meticulously following this. And Swami, one beautiful story, another story Swami told us. One day it seems Parvati was looking at Shiva. Dear Shiva, everyone is going to Kashi. and take a beautiful holy dip in the holy Ganges, and then goes and prays in the temple, Shiva temple, your temple. And they all feel that once when they finish their holy dip, all their sins are washed. And then when they go and have your darshan in Kashi Vishwanath temple, and there is a place in Kailasa. Is it true? Is it that they already reserved their place in Kailasha by going to Kasi? This is the doubt which it seems Parvati had and questioned Shiva. This story Swami was telling us. Then Shiva himself looking up and down, he said, yeah, we'll do one thing. Why not we both of us go down to Kashi and see what's happening and understand. I'm trying to understand what's happening there. So immediately both of them came down. Parvati became 80 years old lady and Shiva became 90 years old man. And very close to the temple pathway, on the pavement, both of them were on the pavement, sitting, lying down. Shiva was lying down and Parvati was sitting. And then Parvati started the drama. So she said, hello, please, madam, sir, can anybody help me? I have an old husband. He's very badly sick and he's feeling thirsty. And, I have to go to the river to fetch water for him. But in this condition, I can't leave him alone and go. Can you give me the water that you are having? Please, few drops for my husband. He's thirsty. The different scenario what Swami was telling. One couple will be going, oh, here also these people are there. They will not leave us peacefully. Here also they come on trouble. The another person will say, early morning looking at that face, I want to have a holy dip and see Lord Shiva and these people in the middle, cha. So like that, each one had their own way of looking at the scenario. And then at least a few of them, they said, I will finish puja and come back and give the kirtan. But no one was instantaneous reacting to the situation and honor, giving a glass of water, a drop of water to this couple. And that is the time one young guy was going around and he saw this and he asked, Madam, old woman, what's the problem? Why are you crying? No, my husband, any moment he will die. And he is very thirsty. And I want to fetch water from the river. But in this situation, I don't want to leave him alone because any moment he will die. I want somebody to help me get a few drops of water before he dies. I want to put on his parched tongue. I want to put that few drops in his mouth. He said, why not? You wait. And he rushed. And he saw this way and that way. Somebody had kept some vessel, small, pot-like thing, small thing. And he took that stainless steel vessel. He rushed and he took Ganges water, came running. Old woman, come on, take this. Give him that water. Help him, help your husband. And then immediately Parvati looked at this boy and said, my husband is very strict. What do you mean by strict? He's thirsty, give him water. No. My husband cannot take water from everybody. He will take water only from those people who are who will only speak truth. Then you tell what is the situation. Then he understood, okay, anyway, I have to give water. And he wants to know how truthful I am. Then he says, old woman, do you know who I am? I am a pickpocketer. My life is pickpocketing others. I loot money and I enjoy my life. I don't do anything else. And now also you ask for water. No, I flicked this vessel from someone else. This is not mine. I flicked that. But if you are asking me to speak truth, I am telling you the truth. If at all in my life, anything good that I am going to do, I did now. That you asked me water and I am giving you this water. That is the only good thing in my life I did. But otherwise, I am basically a professional pickpocketer. I never did anything like that. Okay, you spoke the truth. I am very happy. You yourself poured the water into that old man's mouth. And this guy, just few drops, the moment it touched the old man's mouth, the form changed into Lord Shiva and Parvati standing in front of that boy. That boy was shocked. What? What is happening? Oh, You are Lord Shiva. Parvati, you are here. I am so blessed. How come I am such a guy who always harmed others, but you are giving me darshan? But whereas those people had a holy dip and rushing to have your darshan, but you are not giving them that darshans, that opportunity of seeing you. Then the Parvati and Shiva says, you accepted your true self. You surrendered yourself to us. This one act is enough to wipe out all the bad that you have done. But they are not done any good act. They are thinking they are doing good act, but every act is not good. It has been bad only because the thought process, the attitude is not correct. They are focusing on only one side. They are not seeing the other side. But whereas in your case, one good can erase all the bad, and you are blessed soul, and God blesses this pickpocketer. Now, this is a thing, when I hear the story, what is this? If you do a small thing to God, God will not see the quantity, He sees the quality. He sees with what mood, with what feeling that you offered either your thoughts or your mind or yourself. The moment you surrender to God, that way God will take over. Let go and let God. You see, Sevadals, this is what a very good example. Prashanti Nilayam teaches us many things, my dear. You see, Sevadals are Sevadal, but Sevadal is doing this only. Everybody goes to temple to see God. Sevadal sees God in every man around the place. They will be working in the canteen, they'll be standing near the gate, they'll be serving water, they'll remove the dirty plate, they will sweep, they will mop, everything they will do, but they will not focus on Swami's darshan. They will forego darshan because they will see God in everyone else. That is why Swami adores Sevadals. Swami has got a special regard for Sevadals because in the real sense of Seva, they do Seva because they are doing Seva, seeing God in each and every one of us. This is the original Sevadals. Now the trend is changing everywhere. That doesn't matter. The concept is seeing God in man. I will relate this same scenario in my personal life. Those days when you want to come to Puttaparthi, Puttaparthi is like a pilgrimage. Those take a AC cab, 3 hours, then checking in a room, and then have a nice idli, vada, sambar, and a hot cup of coffee, and sit in the line, and God comes and gives you darshan. You see how easy it became. Those days, they leave the society, run to the forest, shun the world, and run to the forest and say, "Go home, go home." Then finally, after standing upside down in the forest, they'll say, they'll find themselves, "Soham, Soham, I am that, I am that." So Koham becomes Soham. For us, it is Sukham. That Soham, to see that Soham, it is Sukham. How Sukham? Fully AC, room AC, car AC, plane AC, everything AC. And whatever we see is OC, free. So that is how God has trained us. But really, I am telling, those days, I still remember as a kid when I entered Prashanti Nilayam, it is like a pilgrimage. We catch a train from Chennai and we come to Bangalore. From Bangalore, change the train and come to Penukonda. And Penukonda get into a Jetka Wala, that is horse-driven car. I will come to Bukapatnam. In Bukapatnam, reload ourselves into Bulakat. Because the Bulakat, we have to cross the Chitravati river. Children, ladies, and luggage will be on the Bulakat, and rest of the people will push the Bulakat to cross the Chitravati river, and finally you see the Prashanti Nilayam. It was a pilgrimage. That is why when you reach Prashanti Nilayam, you really feel for the place. You know how important it is. You know how powerful it is, because you know how much you've gone through to reach that place. So those were the days. And during those days, this is the old building I saw when I was a small kid. There is no Kulwant Hall and that original building. And Swami used to stand next to that Krishna idol and start giving discourse. There he will stand and give discourse in a mic system. And on top you will find a pole. Swami will hoist the flag during his birthday and every major function. Swami will climb up, stand on a stool, hoist the flag and throw flowers on all of us, those who are standing down. That was a very traditional things which Swami used to do those days. And that is a crowd in front of the Prashanti Nilayam will be standing. Those days, you see how people are seated. Anywhere you can sit. It is not restricted because now entry itself is restricted. At that time, very few people, 50, 100 maximum, and Swami will know every soul that is staying in Prashanti Nilayam. And those days, when you want to leave Prashanti Nilayam, without Swami calling you for an interview, blessing you, giving you Vibhuti packet, then only you have to leave Prashanti Nilayam. You just cannot walk out like that. Those days, the traditions were like that. So one such time when we came, every time we had umpty number of interviews, and I still was a small boy. I still remember Swami called us for an interview, and we went inside the interview room, and that is the time my mother my grandfather was a doctor, and he was in Cameroon Islands in Malaysia as a doctor for many years. And he used to send a lot of gold jewelries to his daughter. And my mother loves decking all that. And she will show off in front of Swami also. She will wear some 10 bangles this side and that side, and a diamond necklace and this and all that. But Swami wants everybody to be presented in a very pleasant manner, not an unpleasant manner. I still remember, if anybody bhajan group Hari will know, if somebody comes from the college directly to the bhajan Hari, Swami will say, castor oil face, what moham chudu, moham kuda kadukkoledu, castor oil khata undi, castor oil face, chi. Can't you wash your face and come for bhajan? Swami will say. That is why you see Hari's face, you see, even my face, you see, we always have this vibhuti on top. It is a practice. Without that vibhuti, we will never be seen in front of mandir. It's a trademark. We have to do that. That's how Swami has trained all of us like that. So therefore, there we are seated there, and then Swami called us for an interview. And we had many interviews. That interview was something very unique and different. In what way? Suddenly, Swami was talking to the entire family, and Swami looked at my mother and said, Vijaya, nu inta bangaramanta veskunnavu, anni potai, emi undadu. Mogudu pellamu jagana martaru, meeriddru fighting chestaru, anta potai. Swami was telling, you are wearing so many jewelry, so many ornaments, a day will come, everything will be gone. Nothing will be there. You and your husband will fight like dogs. Your relatives will play havoc in your family. They will try to separate you and your husband. And you looked at my father, you lose your job. So much trouble you will face. A day will come, you will tell me, Chi, I believed this Sai Baba, and because of this Sai Baba, I only had a trouble and no joy, no pleasure in my family. He only put me in trouble, and he will throw my picture out of your house. A day will come like that also, Swami said. Imagine we are old devotees. Imagine we are very well off. Imagine we are comfortable and rich. Imagine we are right in front of God, whom we adore as God, and He tells us we will be zeroed down. And on highlight is, you will throw my picture also outside, and you will start believing in me. Imagine if somebody stands and predicts your future like that, how will be your reaction? Luckily, this is blessing in disguise. The presence of mind of my mom. Really, I appreciate the presence of mind and the devotion of my mom towards his Baba. Immediately, she fell down, held both the hands. I still remember, she held both the legs of Swami tightly, and he said, Baba, even if we leave you, even if we discard you, even if we don't believe you, you don't leave us. Please, you don't leave us. This is what was her prayer. And then Swami looked at her and he said, పిచ్చిదానా గాలిపటం తెలుసా గాలిపటము దూరంగా ఉంటుంది. The kite, you know the kite will go and it will go far away, but the rope is in my hand. Even if you leave me and go as far as possible, doesn't matter. A day will come, I will drawing you closer and closer to me. I will assure you, for eating food, for staying place, and for wearing clothes, I will take care. Rest everything, you have to go through this. You will go through this, but trust in me, I will bring you back. This is the assurance and answer for the surrender that my mother did towards the God. Let go. And God said, let God, I will take over. Dear brothers and sisters, 9 years. It is not one day or 2 days. We had Bhajan Samiti in our hand. Bhajana Mandali is in our house. My father was vice president of Bhajana Mandali. Triplicate Bhajana Mandali was very famous those days near Parthasarathi temple. We used to do Nagar Sankirtan. Such a place, so much of activities zeroed down. And everything gone. No study circle, no bhajan, no Nagar Sankirtan, no Baba. Baba is out of our syllabus. We went through hell. And 9 years we all forgot. And we shifted from Triplicate to Pallavaram. We bought a house in Pallavaram. We shifted to Pallavaram. And 9 years we forgot totally Babaji. He was not in our eyes, in our thoughts, in our mind. Then one day sometimes I used to get my chest pain. Like, when the gas is more, there'll be a suffocation, and I used to hold my chest like that and all that. This used to repeat quite often. But one day what happened, it was more, very bad. And the pain was so intense that my left hand became numb. And I was profusely sweating. Means my clothes were drenched as if I had bath. And I could not breathe, because even if I breathe little moment on my chest, I feel that gone. 1,000 needles poking or pricking like that. Then I knew that I'm going to die. And that is the time my father, my mother, the servant, the neighbors, everybody was trying something and all they were trying, but nothing happened. I knew that I'm going to die. So I looked at my father. In our house we used to have Lord Venkatajalapati date sheet. Every day we tear, a date sheet calendar. That was hanging. I told my father, Appa, I am dying. I am going. Bring that Venkatajalapati to me. Do you know why? From my childhood, I have heard Swami's discourse umpteen number of times. And deep in my heart, and I still remember Swami is telling, how you live is not important. How you leave the body is very important. When you leave the body, when you think of God, you reach God. That is what is very important. That is why all this spiritual sadhana, this bhajan, this Vedam chanting. Why? Because subconsciously this will be going on. And in times, because this is a call, suddenly it happens. There is no invitation. It just happens. So when that happens, your mind automatically should be tuned to the name of the God, the sweet name of the God. The God should be in your mind, nothing else. Then your road for the next generation, for the next life is clear, or even to moksha. So I remembered this and I said, please bring that photograph. Then my father brought that and said, you will not die. You shut up, you will not die. And then finally, with nobody, I didn't know what happened. Suddenly, somebody bashed on my chest. I think I went unconscious. Somebody bashed on my chest, I remember. Then I opened my eyes and started heavily breathing. I started breathing again. Then I understood what happened. Before my father got married, he had come to Prashanti Nilayam. And he had requested Swami to give a photograph. And Swami created a photograph and gave him. And that is a different story altogether. And that photograph, luckily, was somewhere in a corner of the altar. No puja for that, but that was there. Suddenly, that day, my father's brain, it acted. What is that? He went and took that photograph. Hey, Sai Baba, if you are really God, save my son. You took away my first son. Don't take my second son. If you are really God, you save him and bring him back to life. And he took that photograph and hit on my chest. I think that is a time I bounced back, and then I was seeing around me what is happening. And then I don't know what happened in between, how much time I was unconscious or what happened, that is because I am not aware of that. But this part is very clear. I saw Swami's picture on my chest that created a picture. Immediately they took to a doctor, and doctor said it's a heart attack. My father asked, he's only 16, 17 years, doctor, how you can get heart attack? He said once in 10,000 cases this can happen, and that time only ECG and small things only they can do. And then he diagnosed as angina pectoris or something like that. That is a name that he gave, where my left hand became numb, my left side almost like paralysis, and the breathing became difficult. So they gave some tablets and do's and don'ts, all that. Within 3 days, my father and my mother, they decided, back off. We took a gunny bag, put one, those days we used to have that kerosene pump stove. That stove, few vessels, provisions, everything in a gunny bag, 2 suitcases of clothes, cello. Left Chennai and came back to Prashanti Nilayam. Back to square one. After 9 long years, excuse is me and my heart. And this heart bounded everybody's heart with the universal loving heart of our Sai. And there also Swami is mischievous Krishna. He will not immediately listen to you, look at you, acknowledge you, and talk to you. 3 months he ignored us. 3 months. Only he will take letters, but never talked about anything. And later on, after 3 months, then one day Swami called, and Swami said, don't worry, anta gas trouble, I will take care. And he said, and that is the time our lifestyle changed. We left Chennai and came back to Prashanti Nilayam. From that day till date, we are in Prashanti Nilayam. Swami brought us back. That is the beauty of this. I am sweet 26 rivers. Still happy. My heart is beating. Swami's grace going on. I never stepped into hospital and never checked about my heart because I lost my heart to my divine Lord Sai. What do we learn from this? Swami's words will never fail. Sathya is my prachar. Most of us, we always feel that my prayers are not answered. Yes, it will get answer will come sometime when the time. See how many 9 years we had to wait for the answer. And some of you maybe you may get answer a little later, or you may not get answer because what you are asking is not good for you. Because Swami will not speak. He will only through action he will make you understand. Let go and let God. Because if you let go yourself to God, and when God takes over your life is insured. Your life is secure. So this is a beautiful experience of our family, which brought God and us together. And that's why Swami's assurance, I will protect you like the eyelids protect the eyes. You always have me and I have you. I will never leave you and you can never leave me. That is a beautiful words which Swami always honors his word. And if Swami has to reciprocate, please, we always think, Swami, you told me no, why it is not happening, why it is not happening. Don't only ask that part. You also ask from your side what efforts that you are making for that question to be answered. That we don't do that. We only question God, but God at the same time is asking you, what the hell you are doing? What have you done for me to help you? So that is why it is give and take. A beautiful small incident before I wind up. I hope time is there. Incident. We always say, let go, let go. My dear brothers and sisters, Swami says, my life is my message. There is an instant which I will tell you. Swami also did this let go business. Hari and Hirok, we all know that. We used to give pan to Swami. Swami loves this betel nut, which used to come from Chennai. And in Vrindavan, we used to wash the leaf and cut the leaf into beautiful shape, and then we'll apply chunnam, and then rasikalal betel nut from Chennai it used to come, and that we used to put, and then we'll roll it, and then we will give that to Swami. And Swami, during the bhajan or while talking, that is a chance. I still remember Mallikeshan used to be very active in this. He used to do that. And we used to give to Swami, and Swami will be talking somewhere, he'll just pick up and put in his mouth. I deliberately took this picture, and if you see the lips of Swami, it is like Swami applying lipsticks on his lips. It used to be always like that. Beautiful Lord. So he used to eat like that, pan and all that. Then that is a chance for us. So one day, it so happened Swami called one VIP, and that VIP and that VIP came to this thing to Swami's darshan, and Swami took him for a lunch session. And then after the lunch session, and that gentleman had the habit of putting snuff, that for snuff, okay, mukpudi, snuff. So he did that, and then he took his kerchief and wiped that. And Swami noticed, why this bad habit, why you are putting snuff, Swami. If I don't put snuff, Swami, my nose will get blocked, Swami. I'm addicted to this, and I have to take every time, otherwise I feel little down in my feelings and all that. Then see how bad it is, a bad habit, and you see how white kerchief, how dirty brown stains and all that. So Swami was telling. And then while talking to him, Swami took his kerchief and he was wiping his mouth. Swami always does this. And then he looked at his own handkerchief, and it was red color stains were there. So immediately Swami kept quiet. He came down. Everything is over. That day evening bhajan session when we are giving, Swami told, I stopped eating pan. So we felt bad. We thought we did some mistake that Swami doesn't want to take pan from our hands. Swami, please, Swami. Hey, no musko, Uddu. Swami, please, Swami. Hey, shut up. Hey, come, like that. So Swami finally got irritated. Swami said, no, I've decided not to take from today onwards. Said, why, Swami? Did we do any mistake? Swami said, no. And Swami narrated the incident, how he told that gentleman. And then finally, what he says, he also should follow. And he saw his handkerchief. Only thing is that those stains are brown, and these stains are red in color. So from that day, Swami stopped eating pan. My life is my message. It is not that Swami is asking you and me to let go. And Swami's life, Swami also is doing this. Let go is a simple incident, pan incident. Let go. It is easy to do so that we can change our lifestyle. During Ramavatar, Vanaras were very close to Bhagavan. And Vanaras were the main support, right? For building the bridge or waging a war or winning the war, whatever you can think of. Vanaras played a vital role. And during Krishnavataram, it is Gopikas and Gopabalas. So in every avatar, I think God decided food should be around him and to accomplish his task. So in Bhakti movement, we have Gopikas and Gopabalas, and there in surrender, we find Vanaras and coming together. But when Sai Rama came, what happened? You see the crowd. On one side, ladies, you can call them Gopikas. On one side, you can see, Swami always calls us as Vanaras. So Rama and Krishna, both together is Sai Rama and Sai Krishna. He brought both under the same umbrella, and then he gave so much of joy to all of us, so much of bliss to all of us, and enlightened every moment and every second, and extolled and elevated us to his level. That is the beauty. That Rama had few people, that Krishna had few people, but Sai Rama plus Sai Krishna had the entire world under one hand. That is why when Swami creates and gives something, they'll all see the ring. Swami Pichoda. Creation ni chusthavera, creator ni choose. Creation is not important. Creator is very important. If you have the creator, the creation is in your hands. This is how Swami, what he was as Sai Rama, we used to sing Ramakatha, Kote is there. We had beautiful Ramakatha sessions any number of times. And how Swami used to go back to Ramakatha, Rama days. And when he talks about Krishna, he becomes mischievous Krishna. See, we are so fortunate to see in Kali age both Sai Rama and Sai Krishna. Before I wind up, I wonder if you see this picture, we say surrender to self. That should not be the condition. We should let go. It seems one guy comes and asked, you know, that Maut, we call him, the trainer or the caretaker of the elephant. One guy went and asked him, hello, such a big elephant, you don't have common sense. You're putting a small peg there and a small rope and tied only one leg and leaving the rest of the three legs free. How much time it will take for that elephant to just kick with one leg and the peg will fly and it can free itself. Why are you doing this? You must otherwise tie with a chain. Then that caretaker of the elephant, he told, no sir, I am used to tying this elephant with the same peg and the same rope only, sir. It will not go. How can you say it will not go? Sir, even if I leave for 5 days, it will be there only, sir. It will not go. Tell me, man. I want to know what is the secret behind this. What is the conviction in your mind says that the elephant will not escape from that simple small peg and a rope? He said, sir, when this elephant was a baby elephant, a small elephant, half. That time, I used to tie with the same rope in the same peg. And being a small elephant, it tried its stunt umpty number of times, but failed, miserably failed. And it understood that it cannot escape. But the elephant is growing and growing. But in the mind, it has decided that I am tired, so I cannot escape. Dear brothers and sisters of Sai family, this is exactly our situation. That pig is that I, which is our ego. That elephant is ourselves. We feel mighty, we feel powerful, we feel elated, we feel rich, we feel many things about ourselves. But all ourselves is surrounded by one I, which is ego. The moment, if the peg is removed, the I is gone, the self will realize the true self. This is where Swami says, let go. What to let go? Let go of this I. That is why I said, you leave one thing. If you leave that one thing, in that one thing place, many things, manifold will come. That one thing is this I. What happens when you surrender to God? When you surrender to God, there you are in God's hand and God is watching you. When you are in God's hand, you are ever safe. God will never forsake you, provided you should hold on to that God. That's all it is. So if you surrender to God, let God take over you. But if you surrender to your I, like an elephant, though you may be mighty, powerful, intelligent, but your circumference is very small. You cannot. That is why I said, identity. In your I, when you get a dent, your entity is lost. You are doomed for. Your identity is lost. But the same I, when you surrender to God and allow God to take over, then God will take care and God will give you whatever that you need. And Swami always says there are two types of devotion. Markataka Marga, Marjala Marga. Markataka Marga is a small monkey holding on to the mother monkey. Mother monkey will be jumping. It is up to the monkey, must tightly hold on. If it leaves the grip, finished, doomed. But whereas a cat, Marjala, a cat is total surrender. You don't have to do anything. The mother cat will take its mouth and jump and run here and there and take you to safety. A very good example for Marjala is Lakshmana. Lakshmana let God. That means what? He left the family, he left the kingdom, he left his parents, he left his wife, and he only held on to Rama, and God took over his life. That is where Swami is giving you option. But we are sometimes that and sometimes this. So one time we have to decide which will be the best way to do that. Before we wind up, today's takeaway. There is a guy who is feeling very thirsty. The thirst for I. How do you quench this thirst for I? Okay, in order to quench his thirst, I have ice cubes. If I give him the ice cube, do you think the ice cubes can quench his thirst? No. It will give you a comfortable, soothing feeling temporarily, but cannot quench his thirst. So each cube, if you put it in a glass and then give that glass, do you think he can quench his thirst? No. Once again, it is not possible because it's still in solid form. And when you take it, few drops will touch your parched tongue, but it cannot quench its thirst. So what is this glass and what are these ice? Each cube which is in us is anger, ego, jealousy, hatred, whatever that you can think of. Each one is one cube, ice cube. It is there, solid in us. And all these things are in a glass. What is this glass? Our life is the glass. So ice cubes are there, glass is there, but can you quench your thirst? No, still you cannot. But how can you quench your thirst? If you want to quench your thirst, let go of ice and let God take over. How do you say let go? That means all the ice in the glass is converting, it is leaving itself. The anger, the ego, the jealousy, the hatred, the ill feeling, everything, one ice cube should melt away in our system. When it all melts and surrender to God, then God will take over. Let God. God will take over, add sweetness to it, and then your life is the sweetest life with sweet water, which people will appreciate and understand and relish. So all of us from today onwards, what we must do is let go and let God. One by one, with the small steps, humble steps, let us try to reduce or unburden ourselves and transfer this burden to God to take over. The moment you do that, it will become His responsibility and not our responsibility. So therefore, I thank everybody for this wonderful evening session with all of you, and I hope everybody enjoyed, and I hope Kote, Hirok, and Hari must have gone back to our good old days, beautiful memories. And today, if at all, if you are alive and happy, it is only reliving those beautiful days, right? Which we cannot reverse, but definitely we can always think about it and be one with all. And my loving pranams to all of you, my loving greetings to all of you, and my special love to Hari and Hirok and Kote and Sunam, and I can see Mr. Srinivasan, and I can see somebody I'm not able to make out. I think Mangala, I think Subramanyam's mother, fantastic. And thank you, Mr. Venkatesh, for organizing this. And thank you for this beautiful opportunity. And thank you for being with me. Thanks a lot. God bless you all. Jai Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, been blissful. That's all I can say. And as ever, you're always prepared with all your slides and the relation to what you would like to communicate in the slides. Some of them are brilliant, especially with the way the I came in. It was fabulous. So, Haryana, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, Kote, little Hira, tell me, please.
Okay.
Please.
Kote Anna, you are required to speak.
And thanks.
Yes, and slightly broken, but yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, Hira.
Hey, Sai,
Chapman.
one of the things which I wanted to tell was that, see, even during the time when Swami will be very angry with us, pretending to be very angry with us, but his other motherly instincts, will always keep on telling, he send word through Nanjundaya.
Yes.
Hey, వాళ్ళని చెప్పు నా దగ్గర అడుగుమను. That much of love he had, though he used to see, he wanted to sort of give us a good lesson, but still he kept on thinking that have I been too tough with them, have I been too rough with them, he used to keep on telling.
Used to ask.
That much of this thing.
Yeah.
Sai, another thing which I want to tell you is that, see, the amount of sacrifice which you have done, by staying in Puttaparthi and then continuing continuing the mentoring of all the students that have come in. My sincere respects to you for that. You people have been the bedrock, the foundation of what Swami taught us. Okay, and you have passed on the torch. Thank you so much for that. Right?
Thank you. God bless you and your family always. Thank you. Give my love and regards to everybody at home.
Sure. Yeah.
Kote is there, or I should say, Kote is there.
Go
ahead. Kote Anna is here, but I'm not sure of his signal. Anna, try speaking, Kote Anna. If otherwise, Haryana can speak.
No.
Okay, why don't you speak, Haryana?
Okay. Sai Ram, Hira, Kote, to all of you, my Sai Rams actually, and Sai, your insight. Of course, by birth, you are a devotee of Swami, and you really moved all of us so much. And it is a great blessing today. All of us are together, Kote, Hira, and yourself, myself. And the way you told that elephant and that stick as high, there where the Gajendra had that ego eye, so Lord wouldn't come. The moment he threw the stick of high, Lord came and protected. That was a beautiful point. And like Venkat told, eye to eyes. Again, eyes can be plural. That is eye to be. That is also there. So for all those things, but all said and done, we are blessed brothers. That is, all of us, Sonam, Ira, Kote, yourself, myself. And your presentation, I shouldn't call it, but still I am calling it. You are from the heart, but you bring it to the people in the correct way, what you want to convey. As a Swami student, you were fantastic to remind us about our old days. Also, lots of lessons for all the devotees to take in easy way. Those extremely good lessons for us also, all of us. And it was beautiful. And I love you so much, Sai. Love you, Hira and Kote, and all the Singapore brothers and sisters. I only pray to Swami. Swami has given such a wonderful satsang for months together now. Let us live in this vibration throughout our life. This is my prayer. And Sai, a million gratitude to you for coming today, and to Hira and Potato. Thanks a lot, Venkat, and all the Sai devotees. Sai Ram. Thank you.
Thank you. Blissful as always, being in your company, and looking forward to the next satsangs over the weekend, where one speaker is already present here who has done his Reiki of seeing what he should say. So looking forward to the next satsang. That's the only way this COVID lockdown moves for many of us. Looking forward to Friday and Sunday.
Thank you.
So that's how the week progresses. Looking forward to the next satsang. We'll finish off with 21 Samasta Lokas. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. 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 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jai Bolo Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba Ji ki. Sai Ram. Have a wonderful evening. Looking forward to the next satsang. Thank you, Anna, once again. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, thank you.